The pitch for today's game is that in the setting that we usually do the committee games in, a revolution has recently sparked, causing some areas in the city of Dijani to get a little bit caught up in the middle of the fighting. So, for instance, the location where our gang currently resides, France, is an example of such a place. And so this is the tales of a couple of little fellas trying to make their way. Okay, so here we have Roscoe Coffee Bean, is your name. We have Vaniki and Noah Ritters.
Yes, Noah Ritters.
Yeah, ignore this this fourth bed. There definitely wasn't someone who we thought was going to be able to make it today and then couldn't.
Pay no attention to that.
Pay no attention. So this is your little kind of shanty shack that you guys have been holed up in for the past few days, and you've heard a whole bunch of fighting. There's been some various sounds of gunfire and explosions. So you kind of grabbed a whole bunch of food and you kind of kept to yourself for the better part of about a week or so, and now you've started to run out of food, and it's starting to look a little bit desperate on your end. You're rashing out the last little bits. You've maybe got like one sausage and 3 peas or something. So you cut the sausage in 3. You all take a little bit, and you have it with your pea as well. 1 pea each. Yeah,
This is
gotta have your veg as well. And so the time has come where you guys need to adventure out onto the neighborhood in order to find some supplies and maybe find a safer place to stay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is you're currently in your little shack, and so from this point, it's open sandbox. What do you want to do? So yeah, this is your little shack. This is your home base of sorts.
Roscoe clutches his stomach, grumbling as he chomps down on the hard, crusty end of an old sausage.
It's a very, very dried out sausage.
I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I think Noah might be hungry, but he's not complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe is hungry.
I mean, to be fair, Vaneki's probably happy with her 1 pea.
Very hungry.
A halfling who's hungry is not a happy halfling.
Not a happy halfling.
Yeah, that's
to be sure.
Sure, we could find some like trash or something.
There's probably some garbage.
We could rummage through.
We should probably pool what sort of resources we have. I assume that we've spent all of our money on food.
Yeah, you guys probably have like about let's roll for it. This many coppers. You've got a whopping 18 coppers between you.
Oh.
So you've got like six copper pieces each.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing quite badly in recent times. A lot of people they haven't really been able to find anything to work with. So a lot of folks are out of work and just kind of hiding and barely ticking along.
Okay.
So yeah, so let's see. So the surrounding bits of your little gaff are, if the reveal tool will stop playing games with me for a second. The reveal tool has never been very fond of me, it seems. Surrounding area of your little house is as follows. There's like mostly just a whole bunch of kind of little shanties next to you. You know that this place is a bar. You guys live at the back end, so it's usually quite noisy in there. You can hear a couple of people ordering a whole bunch of drinks and kind of laying about in there. And down here is a blacksmith's. The rest of the places around you are mostly kind of just little homes that folks kind of just squat in and take up. You're in a rather poor region, so.
Does the bar, would the bar have sold food? Could we rummage through their trash?
Maybe, possibly. If if you want to venture out and maybe check the bar, you can do so.
Shall. Roscoe stands up and pulls on his frayed, worn shoes, barely clinging to his feet, and then strides out the door and stretches. Gives a big yawn as he welcomes in a new day, and then immediately sort of clutches his stomach as it grumbles.
Mm-hmm. There's a loud clutter, like a loud clatter of gunfire from further south as you guys exit the shack.
Around the corner.
Has this become a regular occurrence, or are we still?
Yeah, if you for the most part, it's kind of become fairly regular. Some nights you've actually had to sleep through it, as it seems like it's always ongoing.
Yeah.
Dijani,
apparently the gunfire is still going, guys.
Still going. The gunfire just keeps up because half of the forces are made up of robots. So all of the folks coming from the surface are mostly a whole bunch of droids, and like the nobles and all them they're not coming down and fighting themselves. They're sending all of their robots off to do all of their dirty work. Yeah. Whereas the folks from down below are mostly skin and bone, but there's a lot more of them. There's a lot more of the revolutionaries rising up.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys head up this way, there's further alley that way. There's also a couple of small little houses around here. And then this building just to your right. Oh, I've accidentally revealed stuff, have I? No. Okay, we're still good.
Still just on the streets.
Still just the streets. Yeah, and then, so this is the bar here.
Right. First port of call, guys. I reckon we search the bar's trash. Might be something useful in there.
Yeah, it could be something tasty.
An old banana peel, perhaps?
There's no...
Ooh.
Let's see if I can
don't
find
look
it.
so good.
Yeah, there is a corpse just lying in the street. It looks to be about a day old.
I will. I'll put up my hand, and I will say, "Hello, sir. Sir, are you all right?"
I think he might be dead.
I take a step closer and I give a big whiff. Blimey, he do stink like he's been dead. Roscoe immediately starts to check the man, looking at his boots. Is he wearing nice boots?
Looks to be fairly good boots. They look a little worn in, but they look to be of a decent quality.
So starts checking the sole of his foot against the man's, and are they the same size?
They look to be a little bit bigger. This is like a human-sized shoe, so they'll look a bit like clown shoes on you, but they do look like they're of a decent quality.
Oh, they might not fit me, but how about Noah? Reckon you could squeeze into these?
Well, I guess there's no point healing a dead man, but I'm gonna take his shoes.
Just gonna take his shoes. Okay.
Aren't you Goliath? Technically.
Yeah.
Oh,
the shoes are too small for you.
Oh God. Okay.
Why don't we have any normal sized people?
Neki has tiny goblin feet. Well, look, we'll take the shoes anyway.
I probably don't wear shoes.
Yeah,
in worst case scenario, we can boil them down and eat the leather.
Oh, you made this small.
Small.
Oh. Does he have anything else on him? Any sort of money? Any sort of coin purse?
Roll me an investigation check as you kind of pour through his belongings and see if he had anything good on him.
Okay. Okay, let me have a look-see. My character. Okay, this is just nothing. Straight D20, I'm afraid. 10. Okay.
Okay. So 10. No bonus.
No bonus. No, Roscoe's not great at it.
You have a quick pour through his most visible pockets, and in his front-facing pocket on his side, you find a kind of hastily made what looks to be a dagger of sort. It's kind of just like a sharpened piece of metal that has a couple of bandages wrapped around the bottom for kind of a grip.
Street shiv.
Yeah, kind of like a street shiv. That's all you can find on him.
Does he have any money?
Would you like to roll me an investigation check yourself?
Okay, but I also have a +0. 18.
Nice.
Give me
18?
the
Okay.
money.
Yeah, so Roscoe, he leaves it and he's like, all I can find is this damn shiv. And then Vanicky kind of smells a bit of gold. You kind of, as Roscoe drops the body to the ground, you can hear a bit of a clink, and you check up and down the man. You check through his pockets, etc., and you can't find any loot or any coins or anything. And then you look down at his shoes that all of you were eyeing up earlier, and you pull them off. And hidden, kind of tucked into the side of one of them, is a small pouch with a couple of silver coins in them.
Can I hold it up?
A couple of 3 or 4 small silver coins.
Money.
Okay. Money.
Money.
Roscoe
Money.
takes one and bites it to make sure it's real.
Silver?
We're not supposed to eat it. We're looking for. We can use it to buy food.
Yeah, you give it a chew. It hurts your teeth a little bit, but yeah, they're not chocolate.
Okay, well, this is good, gang. This might buy us a meal or two. Keep us going for another night at least.
Suddenly, from close by, there is a little bit of shouting as a couple of folks dash from above up here.
Roscoe presses himself against the wall, trying to make himself as small as possible.
They shoot over their shoulder
behind.
and continue running. You all roll me a stealth check as you guys kind of plaster yourselves against the wall and try and kind of keep it low.
Now, this I am good at.
26.
26. There you go.
Oh, no, when I roll bad. 13.
You can't trash talk the roller, otherwise it'll give you a bad. This I'm really good at. Rolls at 2.
No.
I think I also have disadvantage.
You have medium.
No way.
Yeah.
Beyond's being annoying for me right now.
Yeah, Noah's got a bit of like some hastily made like medium armor, is it? That he's clattered together in order to be able to deal with anything that goes south in the streets here. But it does make a lot of clanging whenever he tries to stealth, it seems.
Okay. I'll observe these guys as they go past us, keeping a close watch on who they're trying to shoot at.
Okay. They let's see. They are going to just continue heading on to the left, and as they pass by, kind of hastily, you see a number of the droid units also following. These are some nasty folks that you really want to avoid. You watch as they.
Yeah, I got a good stealth roll. I'm going over here.
They're stepping ahead. They're chasing after these men.
I take a step down the alley.
One of them raises his hand and blasts out a bolt of energy, which catches this man in the leg, knocking him down. The other one follows up with a quick blast to the head, killing him instantly.
Now that is unfortunate.
This one, with your unfortunate 8 and 13, this one turns to the side to regard you guys. Kind of like eyes you up. You see there's a little bit of whirring and whizzing as it kind of stares you down with the visor. And it kind of just moves on.
Oh.
They don't seem to have any concern for you. They continue chasing down the remaining fellow. See,
Poke my head around the corner. Like, are they gone?
as they dash off into the distance.
It's all right, Vaneki, they're gone. Now, I'd like to creep up back to the corner of the street and take a peek around to see if they're truly gone, if they're not coming back.
Looks like they've dashed on much further north. They were kind of hasty.
All right. Roscoe scans the area and then darts into the open, heading for the corpse.
Money.
He seems still freshly killed. He's wearing like a basic kind of revolutionary uniform with some. It's kind of like leather armor, basically, like a basic, very cheaply made piece of equipment. His gun seems to be kind of almost like MacGyver together of pipes and various bits and bobs, and it's very cheap looking. I don't know if any of you would know how to properly operate a gun. So I'd say if you want to try and rob it and pick it up, then you'd be shooting without proficiency.
Does a gun count as a monk weapon?
No, it doesn't. I don't think.
I had a feeling why not.
I don't think that the monks up on high trained in gung fu.
I guess I will take the gun then, out of necessity.
Okay. The poor man was still kind of holding onto it, clutching it. So you kind of have to peel back his fingers a bit.
His rigor mortis fingers off the weapon, grimacing.
Pull it off, and it's still kind of a little bit wet with blood.
Roscoe will wipe it on his jerkin, and then I'll kind of admire it, being very careful not to put my face in the blasty end. Roscoe has seen the damage that guns can do.
Money.
Roll me an investigation check, Vanicky.
Fuck, 14.
14. This guy, all he had on him was his gun and his bullets. Very much a frontline soldier. Didn't have any
I
extra
pick
goods
up
on
all
him.
the bullets and I give them to Roscoe.
It's about
I think you need these.
There's about 5 left. So you've got about 5 shots, and then 1 in the chamber. So you got 6 shots.
1 in the chamber.
Count.
Roscoe, in a brief, fleeting moment of arrogance, decides that he looks kind of suave with this gun, and he starts to he puts his fingers in his belt loops, and he kind of struts down the street maybe 10 feet, and then quick draw. It's like, ha, check me out, guys.
Don't shoot me.
Don't I look right dashing?
Indeed. Yeah, you kind of you puff up your chest a bit. And you're kind of I'm looking pretty tough. And you kind of.
I look visibly scared. I don't like.
Yeah, you don't like the gun. Maybe it's scared by the gun.
I don't like the look of the gun either.
Yeah. I did that thing where I'm holding it, but then I become cool and I turn it sideways.
I become cool.
I become cool. I turn it sideways.
Oh yeah.
It's you do see as it's a little bit heavy in your hand, and you're kind of trying to hold it out sideways, and your hand's kind of dropping by tensing to kind of keep it up and outstretched without the support of your other hand.
Yeah.
It's very obvious that you don't really know what you're doing with this thing.
Absolutely not. And to compound that, I'll just put it right in my waistband as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. I guess I have no idea.
Let's just hope that the safety is on, right? Can you roll me an intelligence check to see if you remember to, or even know that you have to put the safety on a gun to stop your private parts getting blown off?
There you go. That's a straight D20. That is a 6. That's unfortunate.
You have no idea. You have no idea about safeties. All you know is that you pull trigger, gun go bang.
Swords don't have safeties. Okay. Yeah. I guess they have shields.
Anticipating the death of Roscoe's junk.
All right. With his newfound weapon safely
nestled. Yeah.
Roscoe heads back down the street towards the back of the bar.
Yeah, this is the back over here, right?
Yeah, this is the bar. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any rubbish around this side. From when you guys darted around the other side, you could see there was a little bit of garbage there, a little bit of trash.
Right. Roscoe kind of motions forward and is like, "Right, lads, be quick about it. Don't want to be caught here now.
Just throw me in the bin and I'll go in and get stuff."
I lift up the neck. Well, I can't really lift up.
We're both tiny.
You're both quite small, and then Noah's pretty huge.
You're both the smallest in heart.
Yeah, so you guys get out onto the main street, where there's kind of just a load of tracked sand all over the place. There's loads of footprints, a whole bunch of scuffling from the various fights that we've gone over here in the past few days. And there's a large hole from something. It looks like something drilled downwards through it, and it goes down for quite a distance.
Roscoe carefully walks up to the side of the hole and peers over the edge.
Okay, can you roll me a perception check as you kind of peer down there?
Okay. All
I'll look
right.
too.
Please. 15.
15. You kind of like peer down and you have a look, and it seems like it goes down for quite some distance, about like 90 or so feet, and then it kind of sharply turns towards this direction and seems to head off that way for a bit. And you kind of look at the sides, and you're giving it a look, and roll me a nature check to maybe determine if Roscoe would know what would do this sort of thing, or if this is some sort of natural thing.
Okay. Roscoe has never done anything like this before. 8.
8? No idea. It looks like it could just be like a mechanical drill, maybe.
Some sort of big drill, maybe a giant worm. I don't know.
Yeah, big worm.
Big worm.
Warm.
Whatever it must have been. Whatever it was, must have been huge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Back to the task at hand. How's
Can I
Vanette
search
doing in
his
that bin?
body I want to search his body for money.
Another body.
You know what I found the body? Natural 1.
Nothing. You kind of go quickly looking through him, and then you're kind of like peeking through his stuff, and then you accidentally cut yourself on a knife that he had hidden in his pocket. So you're
Ouch.
gonna take a nasty little 3 slashing damage as you kind of slice open your palm hastily, quickly, making your way through the pockets.
Roscoe takes out like a little scrap of clean cloth,
Mm-hmm.
ties it on the hand.
Quickly binds it around. Yeah, make sure the bleeding.
I could give lay on hands if you need it, but it's only 3.
Yeah,
Maybe save
save it for
Hand
if someone tries to shoot us with guns.
Hand rule may never
Indeed.
kill anyone.
Speaking of which, you watch
Oh no.
down below as a couple of tough-looking fellas.
Oh, there they are. They do
exit
God, they do be looking tough.
Yeah, they exit the blacksmith with some basic weapons strapped to their side, and look around as if they're kind of looking for where to go next. Are you guys going to duck down and hide, or?
Yeah, I think I will.
After hearing them, they were kind of loud exiting out. They weren't making any effort to be sneaky.
I think I will try and duck behind this wall.
So roll me a stealth check as you guys kind of duck back there.
19.
Disadvantage for this. So an 18's not bad, but a 4 is.
A 15 for me.
I'm just like, you guys are hiding and hiding
He
like
got
hiding
a 4. Yeah. So you sound like just I reckon that your armor is probably actually a bunch of actual pots and pans tied onto you. It makes like a stab-proof vest. It's just a whole bunch of frying pans, like protecting the most vulnerable areas. But yeah, with a 4, you make it a loud clanging, and you watch as the 2 men turn around, hearing this, and draw their weapons, 2 very long, mean-looking axes, which still have a little bit of blood slicked on them. Who is that? We can hear you.
No, you can't.
What do you mean? If you say no, you can't. We can hear you. Who is it there?
Excuse
Come out.
me.
We just want to talk. Figure it out.
I can't hear you.
We're ghosts
What?
of your family. We're ghosts. You can't see us. We're not here.
Right. Well, Mrs. Ghost, if you could just let us pass on as they are slowly approaching your corner. No bother. Oh, look, little halfling lad. Who are you then? Nate?
This mic is
Is
not
it-
making noise.
Who are you?
Evening, fellas. Mighty fine night for a stroll. I'm just out here minding my own business, not bothering no one.
Indeed.
Roscoe will.
Got any coppers on you, little kid?
Coppers? I pat my threadbare pockets. Not me, I'm afraid.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Now, yeah, this is unfortunate. It's going to be a -1.
Vaneki has like some of the money, right? Or does Roscoe taking it all?
I don't know. Roscoe's seems to be like a little bit of the face here.
A 15.
15?
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, you only look like a bunch of kids anyway. What are you doing outside?
Oh, we're just foraging for scraps. You know how it is.
We're hungry.
I pat my exposed ribs, my malnourished body.
Well, is it a terrible shame that you don't have any coppers on you? What about your friends there?
No.
I mean, we do have, and he quickly kind of opens up his backpack and rifles through some bags. A little bit of, now it's not the best, but we do have a bit of worm meat. And he pulls up a kind of like a plastic bag with what looks to be like some some fresh meat in it. We're just finding some, chopping them up. You know, easy bit of food. We would be willing to trade, maybe, if you had something to offer.
Roscoe starts to salivate.
I don't have any coppers, but I could work for the food or something, or figure out something.
You ever had any worm meat? It's
Never-
terribly delicious.
Never tasted
Lovely
worm
texture.
myself.
It absolutely melts in your mouth.
Roscoe takes a step forward.
Now,
Grab
he puts it
by the back of the shirt. Now
he puts it back in the backpack. He's like, but I'm gonna need something of equal value.
I turn
I'd
around.
say it'd be about 2 silver pieces worth of meat. What do you think, Mike? Yeah, I'd agree. 2 silver pieces should make it.
Okay,
Scam children.
I turn around. I look at Noah, and I'm like, I give him a nod, and I'm like, well, we got the money. We might as well. I want to taste that worm meat, fellas. I want to taste.
Okay, what if we came back with some money in a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
We ain't
We'll go
staying
find
around here long. It's a battlefield around here.
I'm going to walk around the corner, and I come back. Oh, look! I found some money.
Disappears for about 2 seconds.
I turned on my heel.
Just
How
quickly
unfortunate.
head off with your frying pans. Clang, clang, clang. Clang, clang, clang. Come back. Oh, yeah, I found money. Oh, yeah. 2 silver pieces.
How about 1 silver piece and 9 copper? That's all I got.
The old haggling, nice.
No, we'll take it.
Oh, nice!
Right.
You saved your copper piece.
You gotta buy high, you gotta sell low, you gotta, that's a bit of the old economics there.
I should have haggled for much more.
Went straight to the lowest possible haggling threshold, and they took it right up. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
All right, so 1 silver, 9 copper for this lovely bag of worm meat.
All right,
Where's the silver?
hand him over
Okay.
the cash.
He hitches his axe on his back as he holds out his hand.
I'll just give him 1 silver and 9 copper then.
Here's your meat.
I'm gonna take
Roscoe
the meat
eagerly
and
takes this.
I'm gonna
Roscoe.
bring it over to Roscoe, and then I'm not sure if I trust Roscoe to hold the meat, so I'm gonna then hand it over to Vaneki.
Okay.
Right, well, yeah, just be careful with that. Actually, hang on.
Yeah, we should probably get back to the house really quickly.
They quickly open up their backpack and they have a quick look through their meats. Yeah, we're doing pretty muttering to themselves. And as they're there, kind of with the backpack open, can the 3 of you roll me a perception check very quickly?
16.
15. Oh, nice.
21. You notice that there is what looks to be a human hand in there amongst the meats.
Guys, apparently that was a humanoid hand in there. I'm gonna whisper to these two.
Oh, I'm not. Gonna
Yeah, so enjoy your lovely worm meat, boys.
It's okay. I can purify this food anyway.
Stop becoming cannibals.
Roscoe turns to the back. Right, let's have a look at that worm.
they make to turn away, and as they're going, there is also with the 21. No, you would notice that there's a little bit of kind of a couple of cracks and a bit of rumbling coming from the hole as they opened up their bag full of the meat and maybe let the scent wander through the air a bit.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah. So as they kind of casually go to walk away,
from the hole.
out comes lurching a giant bug head, which reaches down and snaps up the man with the backpack.
Who's eating me now?
And drags him down into the hole. As the other one goes, oh no! And makes a dash for it away.
Yeah, I'm going. Bye-bye.
Here, fellas.
It's kind of like a quick jump up and grab, and then it was immediately down away. But you've got your bag of worm meat.
I purify food and drink.
Let's have a look at this worm meat then.
I don't think it's worm meat, Roscoe.
What do you mean? You just saw the big worm. I'll head over. I'll follow these guys.
Look, it won't be too bad. I'll just purify the food and it'll be fine.
I reckon some nice salt, a bit of pepper, slow roasted, fall right off the bones.
We don't have the money for salt.
If you're suspicious of the worm meat, would you like to make maybe a medicine check to determine if it might be?
May I make a medicine
might be people.
check on it?
Yeah.
Don't be worrying about salt. You can just get Noah.
With a 15, it looks like from the discoloration of this meat and the actual there's a little bit of chitin on the end of it still stuck on. It looks as if this is actually some sort of beast meat, but the other pair might have settled for easier pickups when they couldn't find anything else. But the piece that you have at least is not people.
I retract my previous statement. I think this is okay.
I'm just going to cast purify food and drink it on it anyway.
Wait. We'll go and get. We'll see if we can find anything else in the bin to have with it.
A couple of small centipedes kind of crawl out of the hole below there.
Roscoe grabs them.
Does he actually?
I scrabble in the dirt.
Shoving bugs in your mouth.
Well, these things are high in protein. Don't you know?
High in protein.
I don't like eating centipedes. They taste like earwax.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine. You get used to the earwax.
So you've got your little slab of bug meat, of worm meat.
Okay,
let's go look at the bins.
I'm gonna go rummage in the bins
for flavoratives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, some bin juice.
Yeah. Oh, lovely bin juice.
Okay.
Might find an old rotting fish to sprinkle on top.
Oh, are they
tray
down here? Is it?
Yeah, there's some bin bags tossed around the side.
I'm just gonna start rummaging through the bins aggressively.
Yeah, in we go. I dive head first.
Roll me some investigation checks as you dive into the collection of bin bags.
11.
I'm not doing very well today.
5.
11 and 5.
We're also not intelligent.
No.
So Noah and Roscoe they open up their bin bags, and inside there seems to be just a whole bunch of bottles. So far, what did Vaniki got? An 11? Was it?
Yeah.
You find what looks to be a small jar that has just a little bit of coffee in the bottom of them.
Okay, all right.
We can work with this.
Besides that, it seems there's just a whole bunch of bottles, and then you find one half empty, but also half full bottle of beer.
It's all about
Looks to-
how. It's all
Looks to
about
have been
perspective.
stewing here for quite some time. That's some very, very old, very warm beer.
Very stale.
Very,
Can I try
very
to
stale
take it
beer.
off Vaneki and say she's too young?
It's aged.
You're too
battered
young for
worm.
that.
Yeah,
I
you guys
reckon.
watch
Battered worm.
Vaneki pulls it up and is like,
That's a
You're
find.
too little. You're too
That is a
little for
find.
that, Vaneki. That
And then-
should be for me.
Noah's like, hey, give me the bottle. This will be
12-year-old
contested.
Beneki's like,
If
hey.
you're gonna grasp for it, it's gonna be a contested sleight of hand to see if who can grab the beer bottle.
Contested sleight of hand, you say?
Yes, contested sleight of hand, I do say.
Okay.
We'll beat a 13.
Oh my
Natural
god!
20.
Jeez. Not a chance.
Yeah, it's almost like a cartoon scene as big man Noah Ritters goes for it and he tries and grabs it, and Vaneki just absolutely juggles the bottle without spilling a single drop and just dodging around him.
Right. Let's get us back to the house. We'll have a nice meal, centipede entree, and then for the main, I'm thinking beer battered worm. Gonna be delicious. And then once we're there, we can find out what to do next.
Do we have anything
What are you
else
gonna-
to mix with
What
the
are you
beer
gonna
batter?
What are you gonna cook it on?
My armor.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you got your pans, but where's the heat from?
I've got an
Do
idea.
I have a heat spell?
What if we
I'm
ask
really
the bar?
dexterous. Maybe I can probably rub sticks together really fast.
What if we ask the bar if they
I
have
have,
pitches that we can use?
Can I look for sticks and stuff in the bin?
I don't think there's sticks or any kind of wood in the. Yeah, there's like a lot of the houses here are made out of bits of wood, so you could use that for fuel. But in terms of actually getting something started, if one of you maybe has a tinderbox or something in one of your various starting equipment,
I do,
packs, yeah, then you can start a little fire. So you probably the easiest source of wood would be the nearby houses, kind of taking up a couple of boards.
Ross,
What if we
start,
take the plant pots?
Ross goes start dismantling plant pots and ripping skirting boards off of nearby houses.
Okay. So you get like a nice little bundle of wood. Which specific houses? Come on.
Well, I'm gonna say the one directly across from us here.
Okay.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. Don't worry. I mean, this happens all the time.
We could use
And-
some of our own floorboards. I mean, we got a pretty big house.
There's a.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another fellow.
There's a
watch
gentleman.
out.
There's another hole in the
what
ground.
appears to be a trap,
Right, watch out. I will carefully advance.
and a hole with a whole bunch of spikes put in the bottom of it. It looks to be like it was previously covered up, but it seems like there might be someone down there as well who's
Mighty interesting.
fallen for this
Right.
trap.
I head up to this guy. Now, has this trap been sprung already? That's what killed him?
Roll me a perception check, just kind of looking from a distance.
Alrighty. 7.
7. Yeah, it looks like he sprung it. From what
Yeah,
you can
okay.
see,
Yeah. I'll
looks
head
pretty
up.
safe to approach.
Right. I head up and I try and tug him out of the trap. I grab his shoulders and I try and start tug him away.
Okay, so it seems like it's clamped onto his leg. Are you just going to try and pull him away from the pit? Okay,
Maybe we can cut his. I mean, he's obviously dead, right?
he's very much dead, yeah.
Mayhaps we
Maybe
can.
we can keep the trap and use it to protect our house.
Good idea. How big is the trap?
So are you're going to try and just like pick up his body and loft him away? Or
What if
is
we
it-
just
what is it
cut the
exactly you're
leg?
doing?
What if we just cut right through the leg, and then that'll free him from the trap? Then we have the trap and him. Separate.
Like,
Do we need the him?
Well, he might have something on him.
Well, we could just check.
Okay, good point. I will do that.
Mhm.
I will rifle through this man's pockets.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check as you're doing so.
Oh, I'm good at this. Okay.
Are we all proficient in sleight of hand?
You're a bunch of urchins, right?
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, urchin
Stealth and
background.
sleight of hand.
22, you very carefully, quickly paw over his body. This guy seems to have just been not a revolutionary or anyone fancy, just like a resident nearby. And and you kind of rifle through him quickly, and he's got a half-eaten sandwich in a bag in his pocket. That seems to have gone a little bit moldy, just a little bit.
Wait. We can probably use like the breadcrumbs to make the filling and stuff to make the dinner better.
The dinner better, and then and he's got
ingredients.
He's got a small, extremely melted chocolate bar on the other.
Dessert.
It's so long since Roscoe tasted chocolate.
Chocolate.
Okay,
It's going to be the best dinner we've ever had.
that's going in the bag. I put that in the dinner
Put it
bag.
in the dinner bag.
Right,
Yeah.
this other fella, I head over to the spike pit. Nasty business, this. Spikes and all that.
Yeah.
I
He's
look
right down in the actual pit itself, spiked through.
How deep is it? Looking.
It's about like 10, 15 odd feet, kind of like about as deep as you are tall.
Noah, do you have any rope?
I could probably do
A little
it.
bit
With
of
the thing.
rope. I can dangle one of you down on the rope.
Can You're small.
Can I pop out my astral arms and try and grab it?
And just like, does it give you reach while you have them?
It does. Gives
Um,
me an extra 5 foot of reach.
What is it that you're exactly trying to do? You're trying to
I
grab
should
it.
pull 'em up, like
Pull 'em
grab
up?
that like an arm or whatever.
Okay,
Just, like-
yeah. Okay, sure, no bother. Give me a strength check. So
Okay, when I have my astral arms out, I can use my wisdom modifier for strength.
okay,
Smart. Very smart.
so you're using your standard power.
Stun the power, yes. So I'll just make a wisdom check then. 20.
Yeah,
Dirty
that's fine.
20.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you guys are there, kind of just chilling out. As what do you think your astral spirit looks like?
Yeah, you can choose the appearance of them.
So what do you
They're
think it
just
looks
like
like?
little goblin arms.
It's it's just little they're like Vaneki's own goblin arms, but of like a kind of a much larger size.
Yeah.
It's as if Vaneki herself is just kind of like expanded in size, and then these are her arms stretching down, and he just watches these big gobbo arms reach down and pluck up the man and plonk him down next to you.
I got these for another 10 minutes, so I can like carry stuff somewhere too.
Well, we might as well use them then.
I can probably try to pull this guy off the thingy, and then we can carry the trap home.
Maybe. Oh, how do we reset the trap? Is the only thing. I have no idea how traps work. Wait, do we loot this guy? Did we loot the guy that we pulled out of the spike pit?
No idea.
Oh, no, we didn't.
No, you
I just
don't.
pulled him out.
All right.
Give him a loot.
Quick fingers. All over.
I'm not finding anything. You can have a look.
You get
Turn on my light. It's
nothing.
dark here.
Nothing. You find a button in his pocket.
I'll do an investigation.
Okay.
13.
13. You can have a quick rifle through him, and he's got like what looks to be like the last of a bread roll that's kind of been eaten or something, but it's currently soaked through by his blood.
That's
It's a
a
bit-
shame.
It's a bit manky. Besides that, he's kind of just got some basic rags on, and he's got like some basic foot wraps and doesn't really have much else on him. He has also as well just 2 copper pieces kind of stuffed in amongst the folds of his clothing.
Okay, not as good a haul as
I
before,
can-
but it's something. I'll take it.
I can purify the food, but it'll still have human blood in it. I don't know if that's good.
Oh no!
I don't
Cannibalism
think
so far.
purifying it
Come
will.
back.
I don't think that's going to take care of the problem then, because the problem is it's got human blood on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
I'm still
we-
going to purify all the food before we eat it, so we don't get
Yeah.
anything.
Any illness at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Any yuckies.
Take all the food. Let's head back to the house. We've got wood for the fire. We've got our dinner.
Okay.
We're heading back.
Okay. And you're gonna leave the guy on the trap.
Can I try and pull him off?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I guess you have the big arms. Might as well.
Yeah. No,
Gather all the food up into a pile and I'll purify it.
You kind of give him a lug, but it's kind of hard to concentrate in your arms after all the effort. You just loaf him to the side, but as you do so, the kind of claw that was clamped around his leg pulls off from something, and there's a click. And can Vaneki roll me a dexterity saving throw as a mine goes off?
26.
This
Oh,
is
no.
against our unique
26.
convention, right?
Okay, so you'll take half of this damage.
Okay.
It's 2d6 piercing and then 2d6 of fire. As there's a
Innocent
Is it-
civilians.
there's a detonation as Vaneki gets tossed backwards by the force of the explosion.
I,
Ow.
I run over to make sure Vaneki is okay.
That hurt.
What was that noise?
The body has been kind of blasted away by the force of the explosion.
Noah,
That
might
was
need
like
your
a mine or something.
might need your lay on hands.
I'm gonna, give her a head pat for 9 points.
9 points.
Is that how many you need?
Give a little pat.
Head pat.
Okay.
9. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Once that's done,
So,
Get
yeah.
eaten.
I get back inside. I-
Hungy time.
Close the door. Can we lock the door? I assume we can, right?
Yeah, you don't have a lock on it, but maybe like a chair that you like put up
Fine.
against it to like wedge it shut, basically. Like you stick like a wedge under the
Right.
door.
What'll happen next in the next exciting adventure of the Veneki Orphans? Yeah! Come up to the next part to find out what happens. Will they find a lizard? Will they eat a next meal? I do not know. Please watch the next part, I'm begging you.